Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAHAWASH, the one of the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and it's sincere shalom to the Akim that's out there pushing in sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. This is going to be a really quick video. Actually put up by, this is a screenshot sent by the elder, head here in Baltimore, Elder Karata Zalba. It was sent, and I looked at it like super early this morning. And I was like, man, that's Matthew 24 all the way. Like I said, it's going to be a really, really quick video. It might only even be 5 minutes or so. I was going to say 20 minutes. It might only be 5 minutes or so, right? So you see here, body of a black student found hanging from a tree on Delta State University campus, right? So yeah, man. Like I said, this is Matthew 24 all the way, man. Right? What it talks about that nation. We'll read it. But shit is getting ready to start getting real. All right. And with the whole thing with this with the stabbing on the subway that everybody knows about, that, like the elder was saying, man, that's more than likely will kickstart an awful lot of stuff, man. You know, all these years we were talking about race wars, race war this, race war that. All these years we were talking about this stuff, and it seems like it's coming to fruition now, right? So things are really get ready to start getting real, right? Wars and commotions and all this other stuff get ready to start kicking off, man. And while you people out there are getting entertained by these debates that these other camps are having, these demonic camps are having, AMC Israelites, stuff like this is happening, and you don't realize the effect that it is going to have. So things are going to start kicking off, man. Those spirits of old. As time goes on, you start to see more and more those ancient spirits start awakening. People are going to start showing who they were back in their past life, man. Right? Whether you hated Esau, whether you hated Jake, whether you hated whatever, man, it's going to start showing, right? So things get ready to start really getting real, man. You know, in a society where you would think that all that hanging and stuff like that is stopped, which a lot of people know that it hasn't, right? But things are really get ready to start getting real, man. Right? So let's get to Matthew 24. All right. All right, Matthew 24 and 6. Let's just get to the point. It says, "Ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. For nation shall rise against nation." All right, so you have a nationality against a nationality, and even a nationality against itself, because you have Jake that is divided against itself. You also have Esau that's divided against itself. All nations have always kind of been divided against themselves, right? It says, "And kingdom against kingdom." Once again, that goes into these countries too, right? These armies. You got the countries divided against itself. You got a lot of these countries divided against themselves, man, right? It says, "And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places," right? So earthquakes in various places. So what is this talking about, earthquakes, right? Because we we go into this a lot, right? You read the scripture and be like, well, famines, pestilences, earthquakes, what does earthquakes have anything to do with any of this? Well, actual earthquakes is part of prophecy as well, especially since they're taking the oil out of the earth. There's no land Sabbath and stuff like that. So that's all part of prophecy too. This specifically though, like you said, like we said, these scriptures go manifold, which we get mocked for saying that, but they do. They go manifold, right? Um, like one word. I mean, English really goes manifold. English goes manifold in itself. You have there, and there. Why are they all spelled differently, right? Or you have the same word that's spelled the same and mean two different things, right? You have like and like. You have likeness, right? So you have like and like. I mean, come on, man. I mean, what so English itself can go manifold, right? Right? But when you think of a earthquake, you're thinking of a commotion, and that's why I highlighted the word there. This is really talking about commotions, right? A shaking, a tempest, and earthquake. So, like I said, manifold. But this is also talking about commotion. So when you have a article like this where they found a person hanging and stuff like that, well, that's a commotion, right? Wherever you have the situation on a train, well, that's commotion or anything, man. You have commotions and everything pretty much. Whenever you have or should I say it's an earthquake, right? Whenever you have camp wars and camp banging and stuff like that, well, that's an earthquake, right? Let's say the deacon, that demonic piece of garbage, right? Start changing doctrine for the 100th time, right? That's a commotion. That's an earthquake. So you have an earthquake. You have earthquakes all over, and this is why I said earthquakes in various places. But this is really talking about riots. All right, this is talking about riots and all these protests, these mass riots, man. Right when they're now no longer going to be considered protests, they're going to be considered riots. All right, and they're going to be in various places. It's get ready to really, really, really start getting real out here, man. Right. I never looked into the root word of this. I was just curious, just real quick. Oh, yeah. Wow. There we go. Sail. Right. Let's see if I said that right.
Strong's G 4579.
Sail.
Sio.
Okay. Um. It says to shake, to agitate, to cause to tremble. All right. Of men to be thrown into a tremor, to quake for fear. So there we go. To agitate the mind. This is what we were talking about. This is why I was talking about the emotion. I never went into this word, by the way. This is actually my first time looking at this, right? But so it makes sense that this is talking about commotions, like there's earthquakes in diverse places. Well, it's talking about a commotion, right? That now makes more sense. All right. So um let's get one more that I was thinking of, Isaiah 13. All right. I don't exactly remember where this is though. But I'm gonna. Yep, here we go. Isaiah 13 and 14. This says, and it shall be as the chaste roe. All right, Salakia, and it says, as a sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone to his own lane. That's prophecy. So people are really going to get ready to start turning to their own people, which means the separation and that race and that so-called racism is about to be at an all-time high. It's been at an all-time high for a while, but it's getting ready to start really, really getting real. So for all you Jakes out there that still want to be friends with Esau, Edom, and these other heathen nations, well, you better start thinking twice, man, because it's our people that always wants to be friends with these devils, man. But what these devils don't understand is that there is a good number of us that don't want to be your friend, right? There's a good number of us that don't want to be your friend, right? A real good number of us, right? But the other number, the ones in the world, we're not concerned with them. We talk about the elect, man. All right. I'm not speaking for no nigga in the world, man. All right. We're talking about the elect. He got the 144,000 and one third, man. You got the elect, the chosen inside the chosen, right? Because Israel is chosen anyway, but you got a chosen inside the chosen, and that is the 144,000 and one third, man. Right. So this is pure prophecy that you're looking at, man. And like I said, things are getting ready to start getting real, right? So the only way I saw the brother GMS Awakening 144, he said there is no plan B, just wait, right? And that makes sense. I just saw the title. I didn't click on it because when I saw it, I was already getting ready to do this video. So I didn't even click on it, but once you in this thing enough, you already know what the brother going into, right? Because you got a lot of people out here talking about, well, you know, the plan B, man. The hell with plan B, man. Okay? There is no plan B. The only plan that should be, right? Right, whatever, it's English. The only plan, right, that should be in place, right, is the Lord, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. That's your only answer. Your whole plan B's and all this B's, C's, D's, and G's and whatever else, man. I mean, y'all got a plan for everything, man. But these is coming from the same people that can't even keep relationships. But you got a plan B. Like, what the hell? Right? Anyway, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM RACHAK WIThout Shalom.